of spiritual and meditation, pioneers of past life regression, future progression, and life between lives regression. Internationally acclaimed experts on reincarnation and law of karma, master teachers of rebirthing, breath work, inner child work, family constellation, and organizational constellation work, researchers of paranormal phenomena, experts in mind, body, spirit integration, energy medicine, holistic healing, teachers of self-empowerment, motivational speaker, and the list goes on. Dr. Newton found the Life Research Academy to spread the message of self-realized spiritual masters and traveled extensively all over the world, conducting meditation and past life regression workshops and seminars. He has played a commendable role as the organizing chairman of the Global Conference of Spiritual Scientists, a unique platform for new age spiritual scientists from all over the world. Through his relentless dedication and untiring work in the field of past life regression therapy, Dr. Newton has assisted thousands of people in healing their past and transforming their present by understanding their karmic patterns. Dr. Newton founded the Life University, a global center for the learning of spiritual science modeled on the lines of the ancient Takshashila University, Nalanda University. So friends, please help me in welcoming Dr. Newton.
Thank you, Sujiji. Thank you. And it's wonderful to hear all the friends, all the panelists before. It's such a joy that I felt when I heard these beautiful sharings. And thanks to Patriji, and who was my inspiration. Long back, my life completely changed. 1989, when I met Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, first time when he introduced me to meditation, that's the time my life completely changed. I can say that my life before Patriji, my life after Patriji, or my life before meditation, my life after meditation, completely changed. Today, the topic that I'm going to speak about is innovation in the face of change. Change, generally we resist a lot. We fear a lot. Any change, that's where is the most stumbling block comes to us. Where any change that occurs, we immediately completely push away that change. We don't want to change. We experience stuck feelings. We get away from that situation. For example, right now, globally, every individual and every company, businesses, everyone is, almost like literally pushed towards the change. Everyone was shaken up right now because of the COVID-19 situation. This pandemic, it's not only affected globally, the people, the emotional health and mental health, even the physical health also, and the health of the organizations, the health of the businesses. And now, at this point of time, how to face this change, how to bring this innovation and creativity. So, dear friends, I'm going to speak 7 points today. Number 1 is we are conditioned. We are all conditioned from our childhood. The conditioning process is about, any change is dangerous. Anything which is occurring all of a sudden, it's very, very threatening. we go through fear reaction. So this is part of our conditioning. Right now, we're all going through fear. Many businesses have to shut down, they have to close down their businesses. And individually also, many persons, they are fired from their jobs, they're jobless. And economies are collapsed already. There's a chaos everywhere. So we are going through this kind of change right now. But this conditioning process that occurred in all of us is we will not allow this change to happen. We want everything to be predictable, everything to be certain. It's like we are asking for something which is impossible. The change is the only constant thing, which is most permanent thing that exists. Every moment is the moment of change. Life itself is change. Life is a movement. Whenever life is stuck, life is like not flowing, we feel stagnant and dead. But life force we can feel when we are in movement, when we are completely aligned with the movement. And every movement that is happening in every moment is a change. Change is the constant thing. Right now, inside our body, there is a big change that's happening. In our mind, doing this Sajjana Sangatya, listening to everyone's experiences, opening our minds and, absorbing this wisdom, we are also going through certain changes. Our perspective is changing, our thought process is changing. So even our body, many cells are changing. The old cells decaying and they are cleared from our body, and the new cells are created. There's a constant creation process also is happening. Constantly something which is unwanted, unnecessary stuff is destroyed in our body, eliminated from the body, and something else is happening. There's a creative force which is creating something. The same principle applicable everywhere, even in the outside world. Microcosm and macrocosm are not different. So these two forces, creative force and destructive force. So when we look at the chaos, anything like a chaos, immediately we are threatened. This is part of a conditioning. Immediately there is a fear reaction. We resist. More we resist, what happens is more pain comes. We suffer more. We get stuck. It becomes a stumbling block. And dear friends, this is what is happening right now. Our creativity is sabotaged by the fear, survival fears. Whether my company, my business is going to survive or not. And each person is shaken up and they're thinking about what will happen tomorrow. Is it going to be safe? Am I going to be alive or not? So this is part of the conditioning which is making us very fearful. When there is fear, we cannot harness that energy of creativity. Innovation and creativity are not different. They are the two sides of the coin. Creativity is birthing the new ideas, creating something new, original things. Whereas innovation is applied creativity. When we apply that creativity here in this physical plane, that is what is innovation. We innovate so many new ideas. We find new ways of doing many things. Even at this moment, this chaos is also showing us the way. We cannot think in a stereotypic way. We cannot go ahead in the whatever that existing model, existing paradigms. We need to completely change it, because every chaos is also showing us greater levels of creativity. It's actually awakening this creativity and innovation in us. When we are born as children, we had this creative potential. We had the greatest creativity. A child is very, very creative, very innovative. And afterwards, when we start growing up as adults, there's so much of conditioning. One is upbringing, conditioning from our own family, our parenting, and then society, conditioning. It discourages the creativity and innovative skills of the child. That's why it's not given any kind of value, significance when we are growing up. Even the school, we go through the same thing. In the school system also, we are, you have to learn the information, data need to be collected, but we don't have the creativity. You don't question those things that you're learning from the books. When there is no questioning, how can we ever, move out of that zone? Only blind way of believing, blind trust on something that you are absorbing may not serve in the long run. May not be, it is the truth. So even for me, when I first time met Brahmarshi Patriji, and I was skeptical being. I completely non-believer of anything about religion or spirituality. My father is a physics lecturer, so he named me after a scientist. He said to me at a very young age, don't believe anything blindly. You have to question, you have to investigate, you have to make an effort to understand, experiment. Then only if you are convinced, then take it as a truth. So when I met Patriji, this is what I was not believing anything that he was saying, but I was with open mind. Okay, let me experiment. My Guru Brahmarshi Patriji told me that meditate for 40 days, every day for this many hours, every day. And you need to master this monkey mind. He told me clearly. And I was practicing meditation, and my own experience taught me. Initially, I questioned everything about meditation, about spiritual path. It was not part of my upbringing. So, dear friends, so we are all mostly conditioned. Not at an individual level, we are conditioned, and also collective level, even organizations, businesses are very conditioned. That's why they cannot see the new possibilities, new opportunities for growth, new ways of, innovating new things that can happen. We get stuck in the old fears of us. What is going to happen to us now? So the second thing that I want to say is there are no failures in life. Generally, we think something, we label something as, oh, I failed in this thing. But there are no failures at all. In the universe, there are only success after success, success after success. We all succeed in whatever that we take up. So even a failure is making us succeed also. In this particular situation, this failure, this fear, this many things, emotions that comes to us, what is going to happen? But dear friends, we have not failed. There are no failures at all. So many yugas happened so far. Nothing happened. Still, we are creating, we are innovating, we are all creators. One thing that we learn when we are sincere about the practice of meditation is we understand the creativity in us and we become the creators of our new reality. We are all creators of new reality. without exception. Even many corporates, businesses, they co-create all together. They co-create new realities, new possibilities are manifested in the physical plane. So, dear friends, so this is the second point that I want to share with you. There are no failures. There are only success. This success is the only truth. Failure is only in the contextual field. It appears to be a failure, but in the long run, everything is success. And the third point I want to share is we heard about this IQ, EQ, SQ, intelligence quotient, intellectual quotient, emotional quotient, spiritual quotient. But I must also talk about CQ. CQ is spiritual creativity quotient. We also have this creativity which is dormant in all of us. We have become such routine people, we developed certain habits. We are stuck with our routines. We are not able to really bring out that creativity because this part of the conditioning, this creative quotient is there in all of us. Long back, I read about the books by Edward de Bono. He has written so many books about lateral thinking, creative thinking, and six hats thinking. So he mentioned about how wearing different hats, you can also like awaken certain things like a red hat, which means intuitive hat. Green hat means creative hat. Black hat means it is like a critical thinking hat. He talked about all these different types of hats, like a blue hat is planning hat. And I say we can also wear spiritual hat now. The spiritual hat is how a master, uh, you know, thinks in this situation, a critical situation. How Krishna behaves, how Krishna, what kind of decision Krishna is in this situation, what decision he takes. If Buddha is in this situation, what decision he will take. I can say this is a spiritual hat. So we can add one more hat to Edward de Bono's six hats. So whoever are practicing meditation, this consciousness hat also will be there. Our consciousness is unlimited. It finds always new possibilities, new solutions, and new ways always. So this is the third point. And fourth point is there are so many blocks for our creativity. I can say they're all emotional anesthetics, means we are anesthetized. Like number one is we always have self-pity. We always go into blame game, victim mode and blame game. We blame others. We project our emotions on others. And we go into guilt. We also act out of so much of controlling because of fear that is gripping us. They're all, our mindsets are blocked. It's a major block for creativity and innovation. If every employee in organizations, corporates, they're also given this tool of meditation. Meditation awakens the creativity because we disengage ourselves, disidentify ourselves from the past, and we'll not worry about the future. We'll be existing in this moment. In this moment is moment of all possibilities. All the possibilities exist. So for a meditator, through consciousness, they can create many things. Generally, we have this misconception and a myth that if we are encouraging creativity in an organization, so it may not really work as we plan. We need to take a risk. Risk is very dangerous. We can't take risk. But no, my dear friends, you must know that we must risk. We must move beyond the comfort zone. The life really begins where the comfort ends. And we are very adventurous. We need to risk. I have found the greatest entrepreneur is Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji. He's a spiritual entrepreneur. He's always innovative, he's creative. My learnings about creativity and innovation began with Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji. I was very stereotypic before. I never know about the creativity, but I never, observed or listen to the same kinds of words from Patriji. Every time he explains about meditation, it's creative. It's very new, innovative. And the whole pyramid spiritual society's movement is actually is a example, a kind of inspiration for the whole globe, that how a meditator can harness this creative potential. Recently, I heard from a friend, and he was very curious to spread, he was very enthusiastic to spread meditation to all the villages. But at this point of time, he can't go, physically go, but he had brilliant ideas. What he had done is, every day he used to call to one villager. He asked all the villagers to gather at one place and put down the speaker mode. He used to deliver his meditation sharings through that. He is very innovative, very creative. So I found a lot of pyramid masters are very creative and innovative, because meditation awakens that potential in all of us. So, dear friends, the fifth point I want to share is about doing and being. So we have the old model, old paradigm that we must be doing, and doing. We must always putting all the efforts. 80% of the efforts are put forward, but only 20% outcomes are coming. But spirituality says that you give 20% of your efforts and reap 80% of the outcomes. You can get 80% of the outcomes. We heard about Pareto's principle, 80-20 principle. You can get 80% of the outcomes by doing 20% of your efforts. And being state, if someone is practicing, being state is, experience through practice of meditation. When you just be still, be empty, be nothing, be zero, in that moment, you actually access all that cosmic energy. You completely expand your horizons of your mind. You go beyond your own limitations, that your self-imposed limitations and self-limiting beliefs and all that. So, dear friends, it's possible for everyone. We believed in only hard work. Hard work means 80% of work and 20% of very effort. But we must reverse it. 80% we can get by practicing being state, by just being yourself, being in meditation. You will actually awaken your complete potential. And hard work, smart work, many people who understand the power of their mind, power of thoughts, they do a lot of smart work, but there is no work state. No work does not mean that you don't work. You still work. But I'm saying is not really the work which is so, not channeled, not directed, but it is like the work which is laborious work. But no work is path of least effort. When you are knowing your true self, your self is not just the body and the mind and emotions, but you are the consciousness. your unlimited self. So if you know that, then really it is everything that you take up, everything that you innovate and create, it is going to manifest. Everything becomes really possible. So this is the fifth one. And sixth one is creative power of attention and intention. Right now, corporates, individuals, everyone is focused on this scarcity and the lack and all that. But a meditator can see new possibilities. Right now, through internet technology, our work is continuing, spiritual spreading is continuing across the globe. Nothing stops. We can innovate and we can create new ways. So, where are you placing your attention upon? That is the most important thing. On lack, scarcity. And second is, what are you intending right now? Your intentions. If your thoughts and intentions are clear, it manifests. So all the businesses, corporates are created for serving life. Everything is in service of life. Everyone, whether municipality workers to CEO of the companies and many companies, individuals, everyone is in service of life. They are giving something, contributing something to the life, for the greater life, for the collective life of our planet Earth. So right now, we need to think about this decision that I'm taking during these times of change. Is it going to serve a beautiful purpose of, expanding the life of people around me? So every business is also service. Every corporate is serving. So right now, decisions that we take after brainstorming, creating new ideas and meditating and finding out from your own meditation, new ways. And the last point I want to share is meditation is the beautiful way, the tool to bring out this energy of creativity and even innovation, friends. And I could completely believe in this, what I'm saying, because I always experience this, the power of meditation, the power of just silence and stillness. And then just even little time that you meditate, 1 hour every day, that 1 hour gives so much to you. And we can create everything from nothing. We can create from nothing. We don't need. Generally, we have this if onlys. If only I have these resources, if only I have money, I will start this project. If only I have this, I will do this. If only if I get people to work along with me, if they cooperate with me, it will be success. We must keep aside all if onlys. We need to really create from, we can create from nothing. We can co-create from nothing. And dear friends, now I'm going to just guide you through a short meditation. It's a kind of partly 3-step meditation process. The first stage of 5 minutes, I want you to focus on your breathing, anapanasati meditation. Afterwards, the second 5 minutes meditation will be imagery process. We go through the imagery because whatever the locked up creativity in us, we're going to completely tap into that through the imagery process. And the third stage, we again go back to the stillness and deep silence within. And let the silence be our teacher. Right now, dear friends, there'll be background music, and You can close your eyes, sitting in a comfortable posture, and joining your hands together, keeping it in your lap. Notice your in-breath and your out-breath. Your normal, natural breathing rhythm need to be observed. You don't need to take deep breaths or shallow breaths. Be with your normal, natural breath. Whatever thoughts that are coming to you, thoughts about the past or thoughts about the future, we don't need them right now. Thoughts. Just observe your breathing. No need to think about the past, no need to worry about the future. Just be. Be totally empty. The thoughts, routine thoughts, habitual thoughts are coming into your mind. Become aware of these thoughts. Come back to your normal, natural breathing, observation of the normal, natural breath. Doing nothing and emptying your mind. Give all your attention to this emptiness, the great emptiness in you. Just be and totally relax. Let all stress, worries, tensions, fears, everything be absorbed by this great emptiness. Just be still. As you completely embrace this silence within, this moment, In this deep stillness right now, we'll be going to the second stage of this meditation. I'd like you to symbolically represent all that what you were going through. Recent past, whether it is a kind of stress, worries, tensions, fear, which is blocking your creativity and innovativity. I'd like you to symbolically represent it by giving a form, color, shape to it. In this deep stillness, know that you are the master. You are the creator of your own life, and you join hands with many other creators and you're co-creating many things in life. At this moment, I would like you to symbolically give this image, picture, impression to this. The suppressed creativity, the disowned, disabled creativity. This creativity that you had when you were born as a child for some time, many started disappearing right now. I would like you to change this symbolic, metaphorical image, picture, impression, which is representing the limited perceptions, suppressed creativity of yours. Change that, transform that into something very, very empowering, powerful, which is representing freedom from the past, freedom from all that fears. It also is representing symbolically this new image, the creative power that is existing in you. Give all your attention now to this new image which is emerging in your mind screen. Let the old image now become smaller and smaller. Make it smaller and smaller. The earlier image of fear, lack of creativity, and limited perceptions and beliefs, let it completely transform. New image, let it become bigger and bigger. Let the old image completely dissolve into this new image. This new impression, new image is having new set of perceptions, new perspective, where you know that there are no failures in life, there are only successes. There are no limitations, there are no impossibles. Everything is possible. In this, as this new image occupies your entire mind screen, I would like you to open yourself, your consciousness, to look at all those new possibilities, all the possibilities that are existing in this quantum field. With curiosity, with enthusiasm, I'd like you to just open yourself to that creativity. Be fearless to create new ideas. Know that whatever these new possibilities that you are looking at, by giving attention, by intending, it's going to manifest. Totally trust that it is possible. At this moment, I'd like you to step into again this deep state of being yourself. Just allow any inner insights that can start surfacing, start coming up into your awareness field. Just be open. Just be aware. Rooted in your own consciousness. Consciousness which is unlimited, beyond the body and mind, beyond time and space. Two more minutes. Just be. Okay, my dear friends, whenever you are ready, By placing your hands on your eyes, you may slowly open your eyes. Take your own time. That's wonderful, friends.
Thank you, Newton.
Sir, thank you, sir. It's wonderful, wonderful, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Newton, for such a lovely session. It was a beautiful meditation too, and I'm sure we have taken a lot of learnings from this. So thank you so much for being with us. Over to you, Master Chandra.
We want Patrisa's comments.
We are always here to listen to Newton. And where is Lakshmi?
Lakshmi is in some other work, sir. Today we are starting a new program in the campus, so she's taking care of those things, sir.
How is the campus?
Campus is good, sir. Now we are starting a residential program today.
Okay.
It's good, sir. The works are happening.
And how was your lockdown period?
During this lockdown, I learned so many things, sir. I read so many books. I was looking at programs, a lot of programs every day, at least for a few hours. I was going through YouTube videos and PMC channel, and also a lot of meditation happened this time. After so many years, I was getting so much time for myself, sir. I was nurturing myself with every day at least 2 hours, 3 hours meditation. I'm doing new experiments in my meditation, sir.
How is your mom?
She is great, sir. She is doing almost 6 hours, 7 hours meditation. She's enjoying this time. She learned about the internet technology now. So every day she watches from morning to evening PMC channel.
Wow. Where is she now?
It's like a full time.
Where is she?
She's here only, sir. Hyderabad with me in our own home.
Okay, okay. So she's watching PMC.
PMC every day.
Thank you, Chandra.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Newton. That's great meditation. And there's never any failures. And every leader is there for eventually, ultimately it's for service. So it's a great message. Thank you so much. Dear friends, thank you for joining us for this wonderful morning session of our first Digital Corporate Meditation Summit out of India.